Cudos is powering the metaverse, bringing together DeFi, NFTs, and gaming experiences to realise the vision of a decentralized Web3, where everyone benefits from the growth of the network. Cudos is a Layer 1 blockchain and a Layer 2 community-governed compute network, designed to ensure distributed and permissionless access to high-performance computing at scale. Cudos is also an interoperable, open platform poised to provide the infrastructure required to meet the 1,000 times greater computing needs to create fully immersive digital realities. The mainnet launch is a momentous milestone for Cudos and for the blockchain and cloud industries. It's the culmination of years of hard work from the team and dedication of the passionate community working towards the vision. The network is on the path to being fully interoperable, providing scalable computing and interactivity to all blockchains. The mainnet launch enables developers to now build dApps, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverses, with many more integrations coming in the next wave of updates. One of the advantages of the Cudos native token is optimized and cheaper subcent transactions, which opens the network to be used for e-commerce, microtransactions, and low-cost NFT minting or selling. Using the monetization apps, your machine can now pay for its own upgrades. You can now have your games PC or server earning Cudos, which can then be spent in thousands of online stores, including the likes of Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. We're also excited to announce that the Cudos token can now fully realize the utility for staking, earning, governance, and online purchases. The mainnet launch is a significant step towards the ultimate goal of converging the Cudos blockchain with the Cudos compute network. This will lay the scalable foundations for cost-effective and sustainable computing to power gaming, NFTs, and metaverses, empowering all participants to benefit from the growth of the network. This will enable financial inclusion globally through the monetization apps. As these expand further to consoles and mobile phones, irrespective of people's backgrounds, it significantly reduces the environmental costs and impact through capacity recycling. The Cudos mainnet launch is a major milestone in delivering a fully global compute network for the entire industry. So join us in building the foundations of a decentralized, sustainable, and equitable world. Come join the Cudos network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things truth, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. And you know we are back with another banger of the month. And we're presenting you with none other than Cudos. Now, you've heard me speak about Cudos for quite some time. I gave hints, pointers, clues, but we've never done a deep dive. So here we are. Grab your snorkel gear, and let's go under. All right. So your decentralized cloud computing network, Cudos unites cloud and blockchain. We use spare computing to create a decentralized, sustainable, and connected world. Now you can build on Cudos, you can earn Cudos. And of course, you can earn Cudos by staking or in their mining program. Cudos is creating value. Smart contracts and dApps. You can just deploy scalable smart contracts in Rust, enabling faster and more efficient DeFi and dApps. Scale out layer 2 compute, scalable decentralized blockchain compute. You can scale out decentralized cloud, provision practically any WASM, container or virtual machine workload to one of the world's largest distributed networks with over 300,000 users. We have low cost, fast transactions, create NFTs and digital assets oracles. Connect to oracles for data services on, off-chain, or deploy your own data services to our network in all bridge blockchains. There's over 27 validators on our mainnet, with many more coming soon. Over 500,000 users have signed up. 43,141 workers, 22,000 registered for our testnet project Artemis. One of the boldest and most beautiful things are these heavyweight backers. Starting off with Double Peak, Borderless Capital, Innovator, the Blockchain Gaming Alliance, China Polka, Block Sync Ventures, Flowing Capital, I don't know what that one is, Brilliance Ventures, seems to be, I don't know if that's Coinbase or not, but we will find out. CSP DAO, BMW Capital, Moonwell, Spin Crypto Capital, X Network Capital, and my big kahuna, the Animoca Brands. Outlier Ventures, Duck DAO, GBV, and the Moonrock Capital. Now, that is some heavyweights for your ASS. Some of the partners, we won't go over them here, but you do see some that are highlighted. We're going to go down the rabbit hole in regard to blockchain partners as we proceed further. Now, of course, they have listings on the Syndex, KuCoin. You can also buy this on Uniswap. Here's what our partners think about us. You have Hydro66. The pace and progress of Kudo is incredible, and we are impressed by Kudo's team and model. As a cloud operator providing HPC services, we were pleased to deploy a large new infrastructure investment in support of load from the Kudo compute environment. As part of this, we rapidly deployed Cudo customized software and have found the development and support team to be knowledgeable and responsive. Ultra gaming platform. With the upcoming launch of Ultra, we selected Cudo as our technology partner for our distributed computing application. Integrated into our gaming platform, it provides gamers worldwide with a way to earn additional UOS that can be redeemed and used within the Ultra ecosystem for purchasing games, virtual items, gaming hardware. Kudo understood from day one that adding further value to our network of gamers is intrinsically important to Ultra's success, and they have always led development with that in mind. Of course, we have more bullish highlights from Next Gen Cloud. They immediately saw the value in Kudo's platform would bring to their network of investors, eager to find new and innovative ways of generating revenue. Kudo has positioned themselves to disrupt the status quo, at the same time as connecting traditional and blockchain consumers through a single, scalable, and distributed platform. Big time. Big, big, big. Now, a lot of things Kudos is pretty much underpinning. I pretty much learned about Kudos from deep diving in the Animoca portfolio. And I noticed it was the infrastructure play. And we know I love the infrastructure. So of course, you have bullish highlights and news from different news websites in regard to crypto, different magazines, companies, just giving a highlight and a beautiful excerpt on Kudos. So you can just come here and you can read all of these for yourself, and it's just bullish. I don't think anybody's doing what Kudos is doing. Of course, we can argue about Deep Brain Chain and a couple others, but they're all serving their own purpose. So they're brands. You have Kudo Compute, Kudos Foundation, Kudo Ventures. Kudo Compute is a fairer cloud for everyone. Kudos Foundation is powering the sustainable, free, and open web. Kudo Ventures, visionary, innovation delivered ethically. And I believe they are doing ethical things. Now, Kudos' current price is at 0.0025. That's under a penny, ladies and gentlemen. Under a penny. And it is a great time for buying because it is just so cheap, along with other assets. Now, as we continue down the yellow brick road, we're going to go to the About section. Your decentralized cloud computing network. Essentially, that is what Cudos is. It's a decentralized cloud computing network. It's going to wipe out companies like uh, AWS and all of the other companies that serve and do this currently for all these businesses. Personally, I think they'll all be eventually utilizing Kudos in some form or fashion because it's blockchain technology and it's honestly you can cloud compute more with it, and especially it's not centralized, it's more decentralized. So these things that are housed in a centralized form can now be freed up, and that's going to alleviate a lot of uh, actually a lot of pressure from these major companies because they have a lot of security measures, and I don't think it gets any more secure than the blockchain. So eventually we will see those things come to pass. I mean, because if you're a business and you could have a cheaper cloud computing service than what you're currently paying for, which would you choose? Would you continue to pay the higher price because it's AWS? Or would you choose to take on the competitor that has a longer, brighter future, which is underpinning the new economy of the fourth and fifth industrial revolution? Me personally, I would do that. The vision, a decentralized, sustainable, and connected world where no computing is wasted. The mission, empower people and organizations to earn and save through cheaper, accessible, and sustainable computing by utilizing spare capacity. So all of that spare capacity on your computer, Kudos will operate. Similar to what Deep Brain Chain is doing. And there's multiple companies that are actually facilitating this need. But of course, there will only be the big dogs, the ones that have the major partnerships. And there's a couple of them out there servicing different needs because not every new company like a Kudos or a Deep Brain Chain can compute for everything. That's why you have multiple companies that will be servicing different parts of these new businesses in these different sectors. Now, they say it's a $1 trillion problem. Over $1 trillion is spent on IT hardware annually. Yet, it is computational resources are unused up to 50% of the time. So Kudos would make them usable, closing that 50% gap. That's brilliant. 10x more cost effective. The Kudos network is a layer 1 network, providing scalable distributed computing direct to smart contracts or to any bridged blockchain. Kudos connects blockchain developers and services to a global pool of computing power. This enables up to 10x more cost-effective computing, greener computing, and access to a global network to power your next metaverse. Dynamic NFT, AI, machine learning, DeFi, or even computational demanding dApps and smart contracts. Pretty much, Kudos is here to sustain the new world, the new future, the fourth industrial and fifth industrial revolution. It has a major impact on Earth. The computational needs of our tech-driven world put an enormous ecological strain on the planet. The inefficient use of the existing computational resources compounds the problem. Our decentralized cloud solution helps the environment by utilizing spare computing resources. Impact on communities. People from low cost energy, low income developing countries can benefit from our solution. Charities could gather unused devices and donate them to families in these regions to help them generate income. Sort of like what Axie Infinity did with the Philippines. gave them the ability to make the money. Now, you've seen this logo before. I believe it's the World Health Organization. Let's see here. We're just doing 6 degrees of separation. Boom. Right here. Boom. Right here. It's a little bit of a change, but we know what they're doing and what they're saying and who they're connected to. I mean, just to think, when I get ready to show you some of these big companies that Kudos will underpin, you might be blown away if you haven't seen this stuff. So the Kudos UN Sustainability Commitment it unites Kudos unities cloud and no, I'm sorry. Kudos unites cloud and blockchain for a decentralized, sustainable, and equitable world, aligning its activities with the United Nations 17 sustainability goals. No poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth. Well, it's funny that some of these things are blacked out. So you know that means something too. So the ones that are lit up, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduce inequalities, responsible consumption and production, and climate action. So the things in the dark, I don't think Kudos is touching. Now, you can come here and read the light paper, white paper, tech paper, and one pager. Okay? That's if you want to do extensive deep dive. I'm not going to touch those right now because it's not needed. But if you want to go do that, I definitely commend you because you should understand what you are investing in. You should understand the goals of these said investments, and you should know what the blueprint is that they're trying to attain, what the business model is. And that only comes from reading these white papers. Now, of course, we know the team is top notch. They have great backgrounds. I'm not going to go break down the team individually because this will be an hour-long video. And some of you can't even stick to a video that's 20 to 30 minutes long. I'm not saying you in the BTR community, but we know people's attention span is short. So we won't go do all of that deep diving within these team members. But just know I have fact-checked them, and it's up to par. Now, we're going to look at the Cudos ecosystem, the partners, and this is continuously growing. Now, we won't look at them in all. We're going to look at them by different sectors. Now, the infrastructure. And you know, a lot of these companies, the ones that I didn't know, I've looked them up. You know how we always do the 6 degrees of separation. And you'll see that Kudos is underpinning some great technology companies. Just great games, metaverses. I mean, just top-notch level futuristic companies that I'm bullish on because I know the growth. And some of these underpinning companies that Kudos is servicing are also big companies that we may know. Now, you have Tingo, you have Cosmos, Cosmos Station, Chain Layer, Double Peak Cap, Moonrock Cap, Zero Services, Blocks Z, Audit One, Borderless Cap, EPH, Next Gen Cloud, really interesting company, Tendermint, Coswasm, Functionland, Threefold, and Interchain Foundation. Now we go to the exchanges. This is where you can buy, of course. Boom, 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 boom. Self-explanatory. Now let's go to the compute. It's computing for Algorand, NVIDIA. And we know NVIDIA was just talking trash the other day about crypto. But of course, they have to do that. So, you know, they have to keep the smoke within the universe to keep your judgment clouded and to keep you off of where the money is really going. And NVIDIA is right here in plain sight. Shift Network, Blender Grid, big time deal. Glitter Compute, Next Gen, they're doing computing for as well. Euler Digital, Stealth X, Gather Network, Elron, UFF Sport, Red 5 Pro, Dream Life Compute, Morgan Rot, Nuco Cloud, another interesting. Home Sport, Super Micro. A lot of interesting stuff. I really recommend you guys come over here and look at some of this stuff if you're uh you know if you feel inclined to do so. Animoca Brands. So they're surfacing all of the metaverse in gaming. Dream Life, Cornucopias, Dot Moves, Exceed Me, Ultra, Goti, Play the Crowd. Now, all of this, and they have a lot of it going on. Let's go to the NFTs. AMD, Animoca Brands, Dream Life, Coppernick, Acubits, LDN UTD, UFF Sport, Metalantis, Enterprise, Tingo, AMD, Climate Trade, THG, Data Union, Panelme, Hydro 66, Shopping.io, Sapphire, Cognitive Blockchain, DeFi, Meld, Campay, Fluidify, Glitter, DeFi Live, TotemFi, Tool Oracles, Alchemy, Magic, API, Kylan. Big deal, guys. Very, very, very big deal. Of course, there's more where that came from. There's a lot more that people aren't even aware of, and I'm going to highlight some of those. But before I do, let's look at Cudos Ventures for a second. Their ecosystem. The ecosystem is extended network, features a variety of blockchain, cloud computing, and Web3 solutions. Monetizing applications. How can Cudos monetize applications? Monetization help you? How can Cudos monetization applications help you? Cudos monetization. Cudos monetization applications are designed to benefit consumers, developers, and IT owners by reducing the cost of cloud computing through utilizing existing hardware. This sharing economy model distributes the revenues from services such as AI or video rendering directly to the IT asset owner without compromising security or performance, providing new revenue streams whilst also minimizing the impact to our environment. Cudos Technologies. Our solution stack aims to redefine the economics of computing. Our goal is to provide cost-efficient ways of monetizing underutilized computing hardware while furthering sustainability and social impact initiatives. Cudos Miner, they have. Cudos Compute. Technology evolution. Why now? We know why. Because it's the future. It is the future. Now, I wanted to show you something with the remaining part of their ecosystem. Some of these companies are coming to Cudos, but they haven't come just yet. They're waiting on some final things in the background for Cudos to reach its main stage. The stage of the next level of Cudos, which is happening this year, which is happening as we speak. So some of these companies you are newly seeing here. Some of you guys might have seen this diagram elsewhere. But we have Fetch that has not been seen, Love, HB11 Energy, Arweave, I'm not sure what this one is, Ali, King's Distributed Systems, Ceramicus, CERN. I'm sure you guys know what CERN is. If you don't, I would encourage you to look it up because this is next level. This is the stuff they're doing with genomes and space and data sets and different things of that nature. Also, Cudos is going to be underpinning AI technology. Think Chat GPT, which I did hear that is possibly coming because Chat GPT is needed to be decentralized in some form or fashion. Currently, it is centralized, and that is no way for AI to continue to grow. It just can't. It has to be free. And the only way you can have true freedom of AI is on the blockchain. Now, Chainlink, Storage, Live Peer, Gather, Netkey, Encompass. I used to work for Encompass back in the day doing insurance inspections. Uh, 5 Red 5 Pro, PlayStation, Morgnarot, Filecoin, Polkadot. I think Polkadot is already on there. Brilliance Ventures, Sapphire, Vern Global, and this Video Smart. There's a couple other ones that are in the background that we just don't know of just yet. But this stuff is coming, and that is kind of the reason why I've been, hinting towards Cudos. And I think if you're anybody who wants to be up on the trends and wants to be where the money is, you want to have a little Cudos in your portfolio. Now, I'm not telling you how much to have. I'm just telling you what you should have. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. I didn't want to make this a very long video because I'm sure you guys can come here and do the connecting of the dots yourselves. You can just come here, look at the ecosystem, see what they got going on, and make your decisions. Look at the white paper, read it. I'm here to teach you how to fish. And once you know how to fish, you can eat forever. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another one. Investigate truth on your own terms.
Imagine you're the owner of a small software development firm and you want to scale your business up. However, a small team size, the unpredictability of demand, and limited resources are roadblocks for this expansion. That's when you hear about cloud computing. But before investing money into it, you decide to draw up the differences between on-premise and cloud-based computing to make a better decision. When it comes to scalability, you pay more for an on-premise setup and get lesser options too. Once you've scaled up, it is difficult to scale down and often leads to heavy losses in terms of infrastructure and maintenance costs. Cloud computing, on the other hand, allows you to pay only for how much you use, with much easier and faster provisions for scaling up or down. Next, let's talk about server storage. On-premise systems need a lot of space for their servers, notwithstanding the power and maintenance hassles that come with them. On the other hand, cloud computing solutions are offered by cloud service providers who manage and maintain the servers, saving you both money and space. Then we have data security. On-premise systems offer less data security, thanks to a complicated combination of physical and traditional IT security measures, whereas cloud computing systems offer much better security and lets you avoid having to constantly monitor and manage security protocols. In the event that a data loss does occur, the chance for data recovery with on-premise setups are very small. In contrast, cloud computing systems have robust disaster recovery measures in place to ensure faster and easier data recovery. Finally, we have maintenance. On-premises systems also require additional teams for hardware and software maintenance, loading up the costs by a considerable degree. Cloud computing systems, on the other hand, are maintained by the cloud service providers, reducing your costs and resource allocation substantially. So now, thinking that cloud computing is a better option, you decide to take a closer look at what exactly cloud computing is. Cloud computing refers to the delivery of on-demand computing services over the internet on a pay-as-you-go basis. In simpler words, rather than managing files and services on a local storage device, you'll be doing the same over the internet in a cost-efficient manner. Cloud computing has two types of models: deployment model and service model. There are three types of deployment models: public, private, and hybrid cloud. Imagine you're traveling to work. You've got three options to choose from. 1. You have buses, which represent public clouds. In this case, the cloud infrastructure is available to the public over the internet. These are owned by cloud service providers. 2. Then you have the option of using your own car. This represents the private cloud. With the private cloud, the cloud infrastructure is exclusively operated by a single organization. This can be managed by the organization or a third party. And finally, you have the option to hail a cab. This represents the hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud is a combination of the functionalities of both public and private clouds. Next, let's have a look at the service models. There are three major service models available: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Compared to on-premise models, where you'll need to manage and maintain every component, including applications, data, virtualization, and middleware, cloud computing service models are hassle-free. IaaS refers to infrastructure as a service. It is a cloud service model where users get access to basic computing infrastructure. They are commonly used by IT administrators. If your organization requires resources like storage or virtual machines, IaaS is the model for you. You'll only have to manage the data, runtime, middleware, applications, and the OS, while the rest is handled by the cloud providers. Next, we have PaaS. PaaS, or Platform as a Service, provides cloud platforms and runtime environments for developing, testing, and managing applications. This service model enables users to deploy applications without the need to acquire, manage, and maintain the related architecture. If your organization is in need of a platform for creating software applications, PaaS is the model for you. PaaS only requires you to handle the applications and the data. The rest of the components like runtime, middleware, operating systems, servers, storage, and others are handled by the cloud service providers. And finally, we have SaaS. SaaS, or Software as a Service, involves cloud services for hosting and managing your software applications. Software and hardware requirements are satisfied by the vendors, so you don't have to manage any of those aspects of the solution. If you'd rather not worry about the hassles of owning any IT equipment, the SaaS model would be the one to go with. With SaaS, the cloud service provider handles all components of the solution required by the organization. Time for a quiz now. In which of the following deployment models are you, as the business, responsible for the application, data, and operating system? 1. IaaS. 2. PaaS. 3. SaaS. 4. IaaS and PaaS. Let us know your answer in the comment section below for a chance to win an Amazon voucher. Coming back to cloud computing, some of the most popular cloud computing services in the market are AWS or Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. Want to learn more about them and how they differ from each other? Click on the top right corner for an analysis of how these service platforms are different from each other. And on that note, we have come to the end of this video. We hope you found this informative and helpful. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the Simply Learn channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update on the latest trending technologies.